Hello, welcome. This is blockchainbloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Attila Pink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that. Well, Donald Trump announced the tariffs, and well, the market dumped. So let's get into the details. What happened? What are the numbers? What's going to happen probably, and so on and so forth. Then let's talk about the fact that US House Committee passes stablecoin regulations. So what is next? We have also Fidelity introduces retirement accounts with minimal fee crypto investing. So this could be another possibility. Also, let's talk about the fact that basically 94.5% of the Bitcoin is already out. And really just 5.5% is left, which hasn't been mined. So guys, yeah, all this in today's video, but mainly focusing on the tariffs and the consequences. And don't forget, every single day I bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news, here on blockchainbloom, to keep you up to date. So if that's important for you, definitely subscribe to this channel. Also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And now let's do it. And again, it happened again. Well, Donald Trump was talking and the market is dumping. As in many, memes says, we are tired of winning. So Bitcoin is down 2.5% in the last 24 hours, $82,538. This is actually not that bad. It could be worse. But when we're looking at altcoins, well, Ethereum down 3.6. But look at the other numbers. Who is up? DAX is up 4%. That's it, right? Who is down? The rest. So Hype is down in 16%. ENA is down 13%. Trump token is down 13%. Lots of things are tanking. After the altcoin market was already down, we can go further down. Look at in the 7-day ones. Here is like many double digits above 20% dump. And when we're looking at here, the candlestick chart, this is not the Bitcoin one, this is the Bitcoin one. We can see clearly that yesterday we had this dump. We actually went all the way up to $88,530 when the speech has really started. So the market welcomed the beginning until Donald Trump didn't start to talk about the exact tariffs. Then we started to tank and, well, actually, this is what continues. We had a bounce a little bit today, and then we continue down. And, we can go here further down, definitely. So, well, look at this. Straight away, during the president's speech, the S&P 500 futures raised $2 trillion of market cap under 15 minutes. And when we're looking at here the crypto, yesterday short and longs both liquidated. In a way, we had shorts about $200 million and a bit more than $220 million longs liquidated, and actually this continued today. So again, liquidations and market is dumping. So now let's talk about these tariffs. Well, so first of all, the tariffs are bigger than the majority expected, and therefore the market reaction is what we can see here right now. Here you go. So the Trump administration has hit all countries with a 10% tariff starting April the 5th, so basically after tomorrow, with some countries facing even larger rates, such as China facing 34% tariff, European Union 20%, Japan 24%. And during the April 2nd speech in the Rose Garden at the White House, Trump said the US is charging countries approximately half of what they are and have been charging the US. So this is what he said. And here you have the actual tariffs. So in the yellow one, you see what US is charging and what they saying actually the other countries are charging. So the reciprocal tariffs will be set at rough half the rate that U.S. trading partners impose on American goods, Trump said. For instance, if China certainly applies 67% tariff on U.S. imports, the U.S. will respond with 34 tariffs on China products. Trump also announced 25% tariffs on all automobile imports. And these are really, really weird numbers. And now things are circulating on Twitter, how they came up with these numbers. And for example, this is just for brainstorming. It's very fresh information. You know, these things just came out. Everybody just started to understand the countries. We're waiting for the countries, how they're going to respond. But look at this one here. So he's saying they just figured out what these fake tariffs rates comes from. They did actually calculate tariffs rates plus non-tariff barriers, as they say they did. Instead, for every country, they just took our trade deficit with the country and divided it by the country's exports to us. So we have 17.9 billion trade deficit with Indonesia. It exports to us are 28 billion. So if you do the math here, that's 64%, which Trump claims is the tariff rate Indonesia charges us. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. And now all the economists are trying to figure out how they came up with these tariffs. It's something looking a bit shady here. And anyway, bottom line is that the market is crashing, and probably because of this, sooner or later forcing the Fed to, you know, bring in QE. But this actually could lead to recession. On Sunday, Goldman Sachs came out and said that it now sees 35% chance of recession in the next 12 months, which is up from 20%. And with this, and this was actually 2 days ago, they said it on Sunday, I also read somewhere that this has already increased, so maybe to 50%. But these are just 2 new numbers right now to have this, so people now calculating, and we'll see how it works. But when we're looking at here, the FOMC meeting, the next one is on the 7th of May. Now, actually, they, according to this, 74% is saying that there will be no rate cuts in May, but it's still, it looks like it probably could happen in June. So, when things going wrong, things can actually speed up. So it's really, really difficult to calculate. One thing is for sure, the numbers are out. Now we're waiting for the respond. And actually, if they respond, in a tough way, then it can cause significant problems in the economy, and more uncertainty can hit the market. However, when I zoom out, in long term, it's probably good for the market. I know it sounds strange, but sooner or later we're going to reach the bottom. And when the bottom is reached, then obviously after that, when things are changing, when QE is starting, whenever it happens, before that, Fed starts to, cut interest rates, money printing starts, and so on and so forth. That's definitely can boost the liquid markets. And as you could see, crypto was the one which reacted immediately after the tariffs came out. Probably crypto will be the very first one which can react positively as well. So those who are patient and who are in the right assets, for example, Bitcoin, probably they can have some nice profits by time. But right now, we don't know exactly when, but sooner or later, never, nothing stays like this forever. So even when we go up, this is not forever. When we go down, that's not forever either. This is how the market works, up and down, up and down. These things are changing. And it's very, very important, as I mentioned earlier, months before, that you have the right portfolio set up. If you all in small altcoins, that's really not a good one. You have to really take profit on the way up and accumulate always stablecoin and Bitcoin, in my opinion, to get ready when there are new opportunities. And yes, I'm also in some altcoins, but I'm not that altcoin heavy because especially this when we're looking at the small ones. Because you have to understand that these are the more risky ones. And now big altcoins, even like Solana, when you look at Solana, looking quite good in a way that, look, now it's going down. It's 114. It was up here not long ago. When was it? On the 19th of January. So this year, it was in the new all-time high, 295. So basically, if you're looking at, this number, let's bring it down even more. It's 160% to the upside if it just got to the previous all-time high. And when a real bullish trend going to start, whenever it starts, in a month's time or whatever, a couple of months' time, then it can reach to new all-time highs. So this is actually the Solana, which going to have probably a spot Bitcoin spot Solana ETF in the United States. Even BlackRock is moving things or actually making it possible, for example, on Solana. So this is just an example that now you don't need the little tiny alts to have nice gains when the market pivot. But of course, if you pick the right small ones sooner or later, but I personally, until we have this kind of falling knife, I'm just waiting. And when we see trend reversal, we see this on Bitcoin, because now, we had this low, but do we go lower here? Can we, this is what we're waiting for. So as I said before, on this week, I'm waiting for volatility. I never would encourage anybody to do here leverage trading, because that's extremely risky right now. If you do some spot one, it cannot hurt that much. But these kind of positions can bring very nice entry levels. But we don't know where the bottom is yet for sure. But it cannot go on forever. Usually the market, it's pricing the bad news very early. And as the crypto market reacted very fast, just on the tariffs, as you can see this, candle here, this daily candle, all the way down, it closed here. Probably it will be one of the first one which reacting when the market is changing, and this can bring very nice opportunities. Because when we're thinking in long term, let's talk about the stablecoin regulations, which actually passed now the US House Committee. So actually crypto itself, it's very nicely developing, and it could be really huge. Now, the reason why we're not going up, even there are good news in crypto, is simply the macro situation. So now let's talk about the Stable Act. Okay, so look at this. The U.S. House Committee passes stablecoin regulation, Stable Act, so which will now head to full House vote. And so we kind of halfway. We do know that the president is waiting for it a lot to sign it. And when the president signs it, then basically this will be a major thing, because stablecoins will be part of our payment system. And then I guess the big companies will straight away jump on it, because they don't have to calculate with the credit card costs and all these kind of things. So it would make life easier, but it's very, very important to have some stablecoin regulation. So there are proper audits and so on and so forth when we're looking at the stablecoin issuers. So this is the way we're going. So this is actually positive for crypto. And also we have now by Fidelity retirement accounts where actually people can buy and save in crypto. So we have here now Fidelity introduces retirement account with a minimal fee, crypto investing. We're talking about here, when we're looking at the fee, where is it? 1%, okay? When they're buying and selling what they can, Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin. So you can see that actually they're encouraging people who are saving up for their retirement, that they can invest also in crypto, not just in other things. And Bitcoin could be in this way part of it. They offered a small fee, and if Fidelity does it, probably others going to offer it as well, which also shows that the opportunity to get into crypto, it just opens up. So whatever is happening right now, I think it's a great thing if you would like to prepare yourself for the future. And the future for crypto, in my opinion, looks definitely bright. What's happening in a couple of months' time? I don't know. Can we hit recession? Yeah, we might can. The situation is getting worse and the price is tanking more. Yes, it can happen. But when Bitcoin getting to new all-time highs, probably altcoins is going to go up as well. And when you zoom out, then you see the big picture. And if you think in long term, it probably could be a good thing. But this is not a financial advice. You do your own homework and then you can decide it for yourself. Okay, and now just let's talk about a couple of facts that, for instance, how much Bitcoin is already out. Okay, so look at this here. 94.5% of Bitcoin, it's already out. That means 5.5% it's left, which will be mined over the next 115 years. As you do know that the last Bitcoin will be mined around 2140. Maximum total supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. And daily 450 Bitcoin getting into the system, which means until the next halving, which will be in 2028. And that means that now we can see the big way. So we're looking at BlackRock, we're looking at Strategy. They scoop up a lot of Bitcoin on a daily basis, and much more Bitcoin that it's entering into the system. So in 5-10 years time, or even maybe earlier, I don't really know when we'll be at that point, but to get into Bitcoin, it won't be that easy because now you can just simply trade it on exchange. But what if, you know, the Bitcoin on exchanges, the withdrawals are just continuous, and you know, it's getting less and less and less. So now it's in an accumulation phase for many big players, institutions, and so on and so forth. And for them, it's awesome if the price is lower because they can get into it. But, you know, what's happening right now, the retail is the one which is selling. And it's a lot of trading happening because, look, when we're looking at the Bitcoin transaction volume, the biggest one was back in Q4 last year, $5.7 trillion US dollar. But even now in Q1, when market was down and sideways, wasn't that interesting. It had 5.5 trillion US dollar transaction volume. It means that there are a lot of people are an institution, whatever, buying Bitcoin. So otherwise it wouldn't be that high. Yeah. So basically, overall, I'm still bullish on crypto in the long term. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, and there are always altcoins which are actually come and go. You know, the Bitcoin is the one which is here since the beginning and still going up to newer highs. And yes, there's always a period when it's very great to get into altcoins with a smaller part of your portfolio. You know, get more gains than Bitcoin, but do not forget to take profit on the way up because there are massive dumps for altcoins, even in the bull market. You have to understand that. That's very important. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single day I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news here on Blockchain to keep you up to date. So if that's important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.